Welcome to episode 3 of our month-long New Zealand adventure. Hopefully you're not feeling too hungry or thirsty right now, because by the end of today you'll probably be both. We've done a bit of exploring in Nelson, but today we're heading off into Tasman with some local knowledge.
We're going on a day tour out to Mahana and into the Moutere Hills with Wine Art and Wilderness, a Kiwi-run company with luxury tours. We'll be stopping at New Zealand's oldest pub, drinking straight from the source at a vineyard with a really unique twist.
Is that my glass that you're filling right up?
Is that enough?
Yeah, it's good. You guys aren't driving.
Yeah. Checking out a few art galleries, and of course there's going to be loads of food, wine and olive oil to taste.
Oh, that looks good, doesn't it?
It was a good dunk, wasn't it?
It's a great dunk. Tomorrow we head into Abel, Tasman, so as part of the tour today we're also getting dropped at our next accommodation closer to the park. It's one of the world's top 25 eco-lodges with a massive focus on, you guessed it, cuisine. It's going to be a big day of eating and drinking, so I'm just happy someone else has taken over the driving for the day. I'll go in the front to begin with.
Okay.
So we got picked up by Zane. He's taken us around today in that bad boy there. It's a beautiful car, eh?
Driving in style, yeah?
Automatic doors there, you're like a queen in the back.
That's when you know it's good, when they've got automatic doors.
The weather's been so-so. We did go up to a viewpoint looking out over across Nelson and yeah.
You couldn't see too much, but we could still appreciate it.
Yeah.
So we have arrived in Moutere at our first stop called Gravity Winery.
He was talking right there.
And we're just about to find out from Brett how a gravity winery works. I had no idea that was a thing, but I've seen a little picture. And I feel like there's steps and there's levels and there's going to be some science involved.
Yeah, there's a tiered structure here, but also this is sort of breakfast for us. So
it's quite early.
A tour of a brand new region while having wine for breakfast, catching in the sights. There's no complaints here at all.
And of course, our first question was about how exactly a state-of-the-art 4-level gravity-fed setup works, and what exactly is gravity winemaking all about.
Where possible, you want to avoid pumping wine. It's just the shearing action of the pump. So it's like bruising apple juice. You bruise the wine. Right. But I could take a glass of wine, have a sniff, have a taste, and then you give it a wee shake, and then try it again, and it tastes quite different. Well, pumps arguably doing the same thing. So there's no intervention. There's no real mechanical intervention. So as we go down through the levels, we just have holes in the floor where the hose will hook up the tank, go through the floor and hook up to one down below. You open the valve on the top tank, gravity takes over. I go home. You know, you wait for an hour or two because it's pretty slow. Right. I mean, pump's great. If you start at 8 o'clock, you want to be home by 4 o'clock and you've got 100,000 litres. Turn the inside around to the outside. Free central target reasoning here.
Ooh.
I'll hold your glass.
Oh, thank you.
And you get in there. Just the inside one, just don't turn it too far because it will literally pop
Fill right up.
And then you'll have a good video of finger in the dike.
Ruined the whole vineyard.
Yeah.
Straight from the source. So this is the gravity in motion. Once that Pinot all from upstairs in those enormous tanks is done, comes down through the pipes and filters down into these, and they've all got I've never heard of this concept before. They've got floating lids so that there's not too much, I think it was oxygen that kind of sits there. Depending on how much liquid is in there, it lifts with the amount of wine that's kind of in there. And this is like a mega factory down here. Cool to see the sort of the OG barrels as well. But I think we've got another one to try.
This one's got way less acidity, and it's got the same sugar though, right?
Yeah, same sugar. This.
But it tastes different.
Random station. Well, there was never a random station.
Is that like a set temperature down here?
No, this is just ambient.
This is a Marlborough Chardonnay.
Look at that. Look at that.
Expert. It's got to be one of the best wine tours I think that we have ever done at a vineyard. Getting direct from the source, and then we were experimenting, adding a little bit of something to a little bit something else, a bit of Central Otago mixed in with some Marlborough with a little bit of Nelson, kind of to really understand how the how the flavour and the profile changes, and all these little bits was just fascinating watching them climb around and sample from this, sample from that. Very, very cool. And then understanding as well how the whole gravity situation works. It's an impressive little setup. Definitely not a bad way to start a tour as well.
That was amazing. I've never been to a gravity vineyard before, and it was really cool to drink wine straight from the source, straight out of the barrel. Literally, I don't know what the glass thing was called, but straight from the glass thing into our glasses, and yeah, very, very cool. It's called a wine thief, which is accurate because I felt like we were secretly stealing wine direct from the barrels before it had even hit a bottle. We just drove down the most incredible road,
Dream lane.
road, a foodie's dream. They produce all sorts of different things, from strawberries to nuts, cheeses, olives.
Wow, your memory's good.
strawberries,
Blueberries, mushrooms, grapes, and loads of hops. A large percentage of the hops from New Zealand for beer is from this region, and we drove through more than a few places that we've just been in awe. Wow, welcome to hop country. Look at that. This is the promised land. Here we go. This is the good stuff here. New Zealand hops. The stuff is incredibly in demand at the moment, internationally as well. My mouth's watering at the thought of the beer.
It's crazy this region is so well known for its artisans and its producers and just creative people who come here and settle down and choose this as their place to live and produce really amazing food, wine, art, crafts, all sorts of things.
This is the good spot. So we're actually right now is called a place called Forsters. This is the restaurant here. From what we've been told from Zane, this is a place where they pull together the best of that street, I suppose, in some ways. All of those different places that you can go and taste and try and experience.
They create these like really incredible platters or longboards full of just local produce. And I am hungry.
Stacey's been doing all the research in the morning and said to me, oh man, we're going to try these food boards, and there's so many different amazing things on these platters. But we've been doing a lot of drinking. I think it's time to finally crack into some eating.
On a sunny day, this right here would be the perfect setup to eat and drink the afternoon away. By this point we were already feeling pretty full though. Stopping would just bring on the food coma, so it was off to the next spot for another tasting.
With good soil and a lot of sunshine hours, other than today, comes another positive. That's olives and olive oil, which leads us to where we are today. Hi, lovely to meet you. Thank you.
Oh, you're most welcome. Love it when people come up and drive.
This is Neudorf Olives, and they have 3 different types of extra virgin olive oil. 2 of their trees are from Italy and 1 is from Greece. Apparently it kind of starts off quite peppery, and then things get a little bit less intense and a little bit lighter as we go along. So we're going to learn about the olives, how they're pressed, how they're made, how the oils are made, sorry, and then get our try on.
Oh, that looks good, doesn't it?
It was a good dunk, wasn't it?
It's a great dunk.
Oh, I know my olive oil.
I think there's something really positive about being told some of the profile
While you're eating?
before you taste.
Yeah, no, I shouldn't mention.
No, I think it adds value. I think it really helps because not everybody can recognise the same way that your experienced palate can.
I think I said earlier that things get lighter and less intense, but I feel like that is definitely like a fuller. That's good.
That's okay. To burn off a few of the calories we'd consumed, it was time to explore some of Moutere on foot. Starting off with the old post office, an icon of Upper Moutere.
The little village it sits in is super artsy, full of homewares, textiles, art galleries and creations from New Zealand and selected international artists.
Not typically something I would get super hyped about, but you can't help but be in awe of the craftsmanship and creativity. It's no surprises though, I was looking forward to the short drive down the road to the next stop. Now this stop is a fan favourite. This is New Zealand's oldest pub. Can you remember the date?
1850.
Wow, nailed it first time. They've actually done a really good job of doing it up, but it doesn't actually look that old, does it?
I mean, it looks pretty old. It doesn't look like it's from the 1850s. But
No,
still,
it's
pretty
kind of
old.
impressive. Well, it might be New Zealand's oldest pub, but they are straight into the new game. It is craft beer pretty much everywhere. The old OG bottles are behind, and they've got a few hand pours and a few of the older brews over the back there. But other than that, craft beer seems to be absolutely taking over. And then up the top here is all the different ones they've got on tap at the moment. And then there's also an area over the back here. This is what it used to look like, and a few of the owners on the wall here too.
Thank you guys. It's been a cruisy day.
Very.
You guys did all the work. I did
No, you did a lot of work as well.
easy today.
That was such a cool way to get around, taste, eat, drink, experience, check out all of these cool new places. And one of the best parts about it as well is the fact that we got picked up from our accommodation in the morning and dropped off at a new accommodation, which is the Resurgence. But yeah, just a really cool way to go from one place to the next while seeing a huge amount throughout the day. And as you can tell, I'm holding a bloody umbrella. This weather is not exactly perfect for us, but what have we got here? This is the Bush Lodge area apparently. We're about to go and check out this new spot.
The Resurgence is a luxury eco-lodge set on 50 acres of native bush with a big focus on sustainability and conservation. There's chalet and more typical hotel-style rooms, but we were instantly drawn to the Bush Lodge. Earthy colours, big open living space, full kitchen and plenty of privacy as well.
So out one side, you've got bush, the hills, Takaka Hill right up behind us. We're right at the base of the ranges here. And then there's Stacey. How you doing in there?
I'm having a spa and keeping my hair dry, of course.
What a classy combo. It's a little bit of a shame because there's obviously like, you get some amazing tanning and chilling out here right in the bush. But I actually really like it like this.
The acoustics are great under here.
I actually really like, I've said before, I love it when it rains. I love the sound of the rain, and we've got this wooden construction and you can actually hear every single drop, every single gust. But I think that's, and birds don't normally chirp, they'll sing too much in the rain, but I feel like this is going to be an immersive, fun, very sleepy night for me. Make way, make way!
Dinner time! This is what happens when you let me drive the umbrella.
No, this is what happens when you stay in an eco lodge. You gotta get in amongst it. Let's go!
As if this day couldn't get any better. A glass of wine by the fire and another incredible meal waiting for us.
The lodge has a dinner party style approach each night with all of the guests and the owners Claire and Peter. So we sat down inside, listening to the rain, warm from the fire, chatting away, and had an amazing trust the chef meal experience to remember.
Were we too full to eat everything after a day of eating and drinking? Nope, especially when we can wrap things up with an insanely good chocolate mousse.
And we are in!
Woohoo!
So exciting.
Woo! Pretty!
Oh, right.
But because it was raining a lot last night, the waterfall is absolutely pumping. Doesn't look safe to me from here.
As if I'm gonna leave food lying around.
Kidding me.
She's hilarious.